History class can be boring sometimes because I think sometimes the material can seem very dry.
Have you ever wondered why it's hard to feel a connection with history?
When it's just like you have to memorize, that's no fun.
Does studying history seem like it's irrelevant to your life?
How am I ever going to use this stuff?
History class can be boring if you're learning about stuff that you're not interested in.
It's just like, oh, this is so boring. I don't care about Mesopotamia.
Probably the worst class of the day. Just want to get out of there and go to lunch.
So how do we make history fun and meaningful? Well, it's time to look at history from another perspective. Hi, I'm Mr. History.
It's time to go to History Day! No!
A mistake a lot of people make about history is that it's the study of some old dead people that don't matter anymore today. But in reality, their actions really did change our lives today.
When you look at history with a little more depth, you may be surprised what it reveals about the present. More importantly, you will find how those facts from the past are directly affecting your life today.
I guess it just intrigues me a lot, the way that history sometimes seems to repeat itself and you can find patterns throughout it that may be even repeating themselves now.
Your History Day project will take you beyond the classroom as you learn the skills of historical investigation. And here are some of the people who will help you along the way.
This is way different than reading books and taking tests. History Day is a competition that gives you total control of your learning.
You pick the subject, you do the research, and you manage your own time.
I like to choose my own topic because then we get to do something that we like and that we're actually interested in.
You don't have to read something that you don't want to research about.
I think you have more passion for the topic if it's not forced upon you.
I love the topics that I choose because I love to go in deep.
If my teacher gave me a report on something of who invented the Band-Aid, that would be less interesting to me than if she said, write a report on anything that you think is cool or fun.
Plus, you can choose to do a documentary, a performance, a website, a paper, or an exhibit.
Whether you like working with technology, performing, writing, or constructing, there is a History Day category to match your interests. Let's take a look at each one.
Documentary, if you're good with computers, I would recommend doing it, or if you like making videos.
With technology, the documentary category is a creative way to make a History Day project. After you research your topic, you'll conduct an interview, shoot footage, write a script, and then edit the video.
In late 1955, Rosa Parks, secretary of the Montgomery, Alabama chapter of the NAACP, participated in several desegregation workshops at Highlander.
When I started out, I didn't know how much fun it would be, but I thought it would be kind of intriguing just to try because I'd seen other people make videos. And once I got into it, I realized this is actually pretty fun. And so I started refining it and I got to edit it in cool different ways and find music and pictures.
This is a great category for an individual or a group with interest in technology and multimedia. You'll need access to a video camera, microphones, and an editing system. This stuff may be available through your school or local cable access station. Ask your teacher what's available.
The interstate has changed my life. The highway we built has made an impact that continues growing to this day, like increased pollution, maintenance deficits, and congestion. But more importantly, less accidents, more capital, and the freedom of the open road.
The performance category gives you or your group a chance to show off your dramatic ability. After you research, you will write a script based on the people, places, and events of your topic, and then perform the project in front of an audience.
Welcome home. Welcome to Alcatraz.
When you're on stage, you need to transform into whatever kind of person in history you are. We went from home to home, and everything was restricted to us Jews.
The performance category is great for individuals or groups who like to be on stage.
That was like amazing. They laughed at my jokes.
You may want to construct a simple set, design costumes, and have some relevant props as part of your performance.
The impact can be felt by all when we fasten our seatbelts and go for a ride.
The website category is one of the newest and is growing quickly in popularity. Websites are especially fun because your project can be seen by people around the world.
I've never made a website before History Day, and I had to learn a lot of technology skills on top of a lot of researching skills.
You can use graphics, multimedia, music, and links to take your viewers through what you have discovered. This is another great category for individuals or groups who like technology and multimedia.
Writing papers is a highly personal and individual effort. If you prefer to work alone, this category may be for you. Papers depend almost entirely on words to tell the story, and you can usually include more information in a paper than in some of the other categories.
My History Day project, I'm studying about the Holocaust.
The student revolts in Paris in May 1968.
Papers have a 2,500 word limit. If you're the creative type that likes to write, this category is for you.
Oh, really?
The exhibit category is the most popular and can be done as an individual or a group.
You can have a lot of fun with it, you can personalize it, you get to present it and show off what you've done.
You will create something similar to an exhibit you would see at a museum. Objects, pictures, and documents can all be used along with words to tell your story.
You're able to hold it in your hands and be like, I made this.
The exhibits you build can be interactive experiences by asking your viewers to press a button, open a door, or look at a video to see more about your topic. This category is great for students who like to build things and use technology or multimedia.
Again, the 5 categories are documentaries, performances, websites, papers, and exhibits.
Each year, History Day has a different theme. Past themes include rights in history, migrations in history, or conflict and compromise in history. It's up to you to show how your topic relates to this year's theme. History Day projects are not limited to one type of history. You can pick a topic from state, U.S., or world history.
I chose the Chinese Exclusion Act.
The Montgomery bus boycott.
Elizabeth Blackwell, she was the first woman doctor.
You can even look to the history of your own family and community for topic ideas. History Day is one of the only projects where you can decide what you want to study. So be sure to choose a topic that interests you.
The inspiration for my project was my neighbor. Her name is Jenna and she has Down syndrome. She's like a little sister to me. She's really fun and such an amazing person. I couldn't really imagine a world where she was discriminated against.
You can choose anything from music, sports, art, fashion, the environment, politics, religion, social issues, and protests. But you have to connect it to history. That's because History Day projects are not just reports. It's your job as a historian to explain the significance of your topic.
What most people don't know about Rosa Parks is that she'd actually been trained at the Highlander Folk School because she was so passionate about fighting segregation. And her training was what really led her to refuse her bus seat that day in Montgomery.
So are you ready to become a historian? Do you have some ideas floating around in your head about some things that you're interested in studying? Great. Let's get to work.
At the heart of every History Day project is the research. Begin at your local library and try to visit a university library or a historic site to get some rare sources. There are 2 different kinds of sources that you need to have in your History Day project. To get background information or an overall view of your topic, you need to find secondary sources, such as biographies, encyclopedias, or trustworthy websites.
Once you have general understanding of your topic, you need to find personal stories that will make your project come to life. This is done with primary sources. Primary sources are people or items produced at the time your topic took place. These can be personal interviews, newspaper articles, letters, diaries, or autobiographies.
One of the main primary sources was contacting Sylvia Mendes. We found her on Facebook, And so we contacted her. She was happy, you know, that a group, especially Hispanic, wanted to learn about her topic and teach it to others.
History Day is not only a project you do at your school, but it is also a competition. Judges will ask you questions about your research and your creative process. Your project will be judged based on its historical quality, relation to the theme, and clarity of presentation. You may have an opportunity to advance to regional and state competitions, and the best of the best move on to the national competition in Washington, D.C.
It's so worth it to make it that far and get a ribbon or a certificate or a medal and just say, look what I did, look what I accomplished.
At National History Day, students compete at the University of Maryland in College Park. Students from all over the country bring their projects to be judged.
We're from Arkansas!
We're from Oklahoma.
We're from Louisiana!
The winners at National History Day receive a variety of prizes and scholarships.
We just won the outstanding entry on an international theme.
You may think that a History Day project is only going to help you get a good grade or win a prize, but it's more than that. History Day participants tell us that their projects gave them the skills and tools that they needed for college and life after school.
History Day taught me how to find good sources, how to take good notes, and how to write an extensive bibliography.
I know History Day is going to be very useful to me in college because we learned how to research and get a lot of information and put it into a big project. And also in the end we learned better teamwork skills and stuff like that.
In the end, History Day is your chance to study something that you are interested in and make it your own.
History Day is fun. You get to meet so many cool people. Like a lot of the judges that I had are just really cool people.
It opens up opportunities that you probably wouldn't have without History Day. I've been able to do some things that are so beyond what I would learn in class.
It's far more than just learning. It's turned into so many things that I would have never thought possible. Like now I'm considering maybe majoring in history or something related to that. And like I never would have ever even considered that had I not done History Day and realized how much fun it can be.
You can learn a lot from it, and you can learn new things that you didn't know, and you might become braver when you do your presentations because some people are real shy like me.